this was something that kind of flew under the radar screen. It came up over the past couple of days. There was a proposal to delay any in-person interviews of coaches employed by other teams until after the divisional round of the playoffs. Now, they're getting there. I think they need to push it until after the Super Bowl, Charean, but they're getting there. So for the first 2 weeks of the coaching carousel, no in-person interviews with coordinators or position coaches who are working for other teams. That's huge. Not huge enough, because I think at the end of the day, you need to let the people finish the jobs they're doing and not distract them in any way with interviews, conversations, putting your staff together, any of the stuff that would take you away from the task of trying to put everything you can into winning the next postseason game and the next postseason game and hopefully the next and the next before your season's over.
Well, they slowed down the process last year, Mike. Art Rooney said the stats yesterday. They averaged 26 days from the day a team fired their head coach to the day they hired a new head coach. It was 26 days. It had been 13 previously. So they've doubled that time that it takes to hire a head coach. And that's good. That's what they want to see. They want to see more candidates talk to. They want to see that pool of candidates expanded. And I think it did last year. So that's all a good thing. The problem is they say that if they move it back beyond the Super Bowl, they would have to push back the combine to change that, to fit that schedule that they have. And also the second thing they cite is obviously putting a staff together, that it's really difficult to do that after the Super Bowl. You know, if you're going to hire college coaches, boy, they've been there for, a couple months before you take them away from the college where they've been. If you're hiring NFL coaches, obviously those coaches after the season are looking for new jobs and maybe they don't want to wait a month. But all those things can be worked out. I think the longer the hirings take, the better it is because you're talking to more people. And I think, frankly, that a team is better prepared to hire a coach if they talk to more people than just simply making up your mind that I want Coach A to come and lead my team. If you've talked to 10 coaches or 12 coaches, you have reasons why you want Coach A rather than just I want Coach A.
I think the other side of it, though, is leave the guys alone who still have work to do. Leave them alone. Let them focus. I still believe that there's a lot to the story about whatever the Cardinals said to Jonathan Gannon to get him not to be as focused on preparing the Eagles' defense for the Super Bowl. He was splitting his time between that and getting ready for his interview that he knew was going to happen the day after the Super Bowl, but he shouldn't have known it. He wasn't supposed to know it. And I think the Eagles were livid when they realized, which I believe they did, how much time he spent during those 2 weeks not getting the Eagles as ready as they could be defensively. Real quickly on the way to break, other stuff that came up, and we'll have posts on this if we haven't already at PFT. More word salad from the NFL about grass versus turf. They're just trying to delay the inevitable. Hopefully it is inevitable that we'll have high-quality grass fields in every stadium, which is what the players universally want. The NFL continues to consider banning hip drop tackles. Again, that's something that would happen in the offseason. It's an unsafe maneuver. It almost got banned this year. Maybe it happens in the offseason. And finally, the NFL fully embracing flag football as an Olympics sport and potentially allowing NFL players to participate. And the way it works out in LA in 2028, the first year, July 14 to July 30. Plenty of time for the current players to go get their gold medals, which they will, before transitioning to tackle football in training camp. Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.